Most people hear amino acids and immediately picture muscle repair and athletic recovery. But inside the digestive tract, these exact same building blocks perform a completely different, specialized job. One specific amino acid, called L-Taurine, skips muscle building entirely to focus on breaking down dietary fats. L-Taurine is a conditionally essential amino acid found abundantly in bile, the heart, and the brain. To handle the fats you eat, your liver continuously manufactures raw bile acids. This is the first step in the body's fat management system. Immediately, there is an environmental conflict. The human intestine is a highly watery environment, and dietary fats naturally repel water. The raw bile acids produced by the liver have very low water solubility. When they enter the intestine, they physically fail to mix with or surround large fat droplets. Because these raw acids are such poor emulsifiers, the liver cannot send them straight into the digestive tract. It has to route them through a chemical upgrade process first. Simply manufacturing bile does not guarantee you will comfortably digest a heavy meal. The actual solubility and structural quality of that bile dictate how effectively it will dismantle fats. The liver upgrades these raw bile acids through a specific biological mechanism called conjugation. Conjugation is a chemical process where the body attaches an additional molecule to a substance to change its physical properties. To make this upgrade happen, Bile pulls in L-Taurine as its primary conjugating agent. Inside the liver, an L-Taurine molecule approaches a raw bile acid and physically bonds to its molecular structure. This bond creates a newly upgraded molecule known as a taurine-conjugated bile salt, such as taurocholic acid. Taurocholic acid is a specialized molecule that acts like a biological detergent to safely break down dietary fats. The immediate advantage of this new bond is extreme water solubility. The conjugated bile salt can now remain fully dissolved across the wide pH variations found naturally throughout the human intestine. This data visualization shows exactly how that solubility translates to performance. On the left, raw bile fails to penetrate the fat layer, while on the right, the taurine-conjugated bile smoothly dismantles the fat droplet into microscopic absorbable spheres. By achieving complete fat emulsification, the body can reliably extract fat-soluble nutrients and maintain physical comfort after you eat a lipid-heavy meal. However, running this assembly line requires a constant supply of materials. While the body can synthesize some taurine from other amino acids, the physical demand for fat digestion frequently outpaces what you can produce internally. We typically fill this gap through our diets, but dietary taurine is heavily concentrated in meat and seafood. Because plant foods contain virtually zero taurine, vegans and vegetarians frequently encounter a specific supply deficit. Regardless of what you eat, maintaining an adequate supply of L-Taurine is physically required to keep the liver's conjugation process running and ensure dietary fats break down properly. To directly supply the liver with this necessary conjugating agent, Medisyn Labs formulated the Gallavance bile support system. Both the original and plant-based versions of the formula provide the naturally occurring form of L-Taurine. This supplies the exact raw materials the body uses for normal bile acid conjugation. Taurine operates as part of a broader system within this formula, working synergistically with botanical extracts and phosphatidylcholine to support comprehensive bile flow. Phosphatidylcholine is a highly specialized lipid compound that actively helps to protect the sensitive intestinal lining and smoothly transport other dietary fats. Every ingredient is selected based on established scientific literature, reflecting Medisyn Labs' philosophy of transparent formulation without proprietary blends. Before introducing any new supplement into your routine, you should consult your healthcare provider, especially if you take specific medications or are recovering from gallbladder surgery. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Furthermore, the information presented here is for educational purposes only and should never replace professional medical advice. Understanding and actively supporting your body's underlying chemical mechanisms, like the taurine-dependent conjugation of bile, provides a reliable, science-based foundation for your long-term digestive health.